Welcome to this episode in which I will show you how I line up my flash using Nibs. I thought I would share my experience and what technique works best for me. So when this video is over, hopefully you can have the confidence to try this yourself. Lately I've lined up all my flash using markers, but there was a time when I did a couple of them using Nibs. I decided to try it again and quickly realized how fun it is and how crisp the lines can be. I couldn't find my nib holder, so I had to tape it to a regular pencil. It worked great as a holder actually. I always try to draw a few test lines on a scrap piece of paper before, so that I see that I get good flow through the nib, but also to dial in the technique. I always make sure to have the entire flat surface of the nib parallel down against the paper. This gives you an evenly thick line, but also some support when drawing. What simplifies when drawing a line is to try to lock your wrist, especially if you're going to draw longer lines. Try not to draw the line by keeping your hand still on the table and by only moving your thumb and forefinger. This will change the angle of the tip and you may end up with an uneven line width. Hopefully, I will have after this video managed to inspire you to try lining up your flash using Nibs and also solve some problems I've heard people running into when using it for the first time. The nib that I'm using in this video is a 1.5mm Lennart 400. It has a round shape to it and is often called ornamental nibs. These make it easier to draw straight lines while maintaining the line width when turning. Try to study the line before drawing it. Look at the length and if there's any curving to it. By doing this, you can draw the line with more confidence and prevent abrupt endings halfway or shakiness throughout. Make sure you have enough ink on the nib so that it doesn't run out in the middle of a line. But too much ink can give a thicker line at the start than intended. You can see this by inspecting the top of the outer tip of the nib. A large drop is something you should try to avoid. If this is the case, wipe the nib gently against a piece of paper before continuing. Sorry for interrupting, but I wanted to announce the flash book that I just released in my shop. This book contains my best traditional tattoo designs published to be used for reference or as inspiration. If you haven't checked it out yet, I promise you that you won't be disappointed. I've added a link to my shop in the description below. Now let's get back to the video. When using nibs, I find it much easier to do solid straight lines by using a paper that is hot pressed.
You can find the paper of my choice in the materials section on my website. I've made a list of all the materials that I'm using, so make sure to check it out if you have any questions. You have to be careful of where you put your hands, as the ink takes a while to dry. You don't want to drag your finger through it and destroy your work. I run a street shop here in Sweden with lots of flash on the walls for customers to choose from. Flash was created almost daily so that there were new designs to choose from. This is one of the reasons why I used to make almost all my flash with markers. Using a nib when lining takes much longer. Lately, I've changed my view on my flash and now see it more as a craft, and nibs will be the obvious choice in the future. If you want to learn how to spit shade or just curious about how I do it, I've created a video for you to watch where I show the whole process. trying out a new green on this design, and I think I like it. I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. This color is from Ecoline and it's called 640 Bluish Green. I had to mix it with water as it was too dark when used on my stain. Before trying out a new color, I always use it on a scrap piece of paper that I first stain to replicate the real deal. I've destroyed too many flash by trying it out directly on my painting and quickly found out that it looked like shit. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already or visited my Instagram account, make sure to do it now so you don't miss out on new content. And remember, painting should be fun. Don't compare your work with others, try to compete with yourself instead. Hope to see you next time. Bye.